Good afternoon, everyone. This is probably a failing trade. Keep this very short. It's not full size either, so it could be a bit of a problem. It's pretty far. Yeah, I better get a lower channel as a target. Don't forget today's NFP Friday. This looks like a good compromise. Why I'm hearing myself? This is kind of strange. Oh, I haven't reset this helper yet. This is a new day, so we have to set a new balance. Okay, that's much better. I guess buying that was not such a good idea. Maybe I'll find a better exit. This is... oh, I just see on the 30 minutes, this is a previous high. This is here. Oh, we went over that already. How far is that? It's 11 pips. Check on the Fibonacci. Okay, this is also a bit mid-range-ish, so this previous low here. Yeah, I'm gonna make an alert and let's see what happens.
Order filled. Order pending.
Oh, that's a bit too low.
breaking news. Again, I repeat, we got breaking news coming up right now.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take profit at a 61 instead of the trend line. It's not far. Yeah, 2.5 something. Yet pound yen is going down. Is euro yen saying? Still solid on the way up. Ah, my lightning.
Order filled.
Leverage has not changed yet. Oh, what is that on the 30 minute? That looks like a pretty good target. Check on that. Where is it? Before the large candle up and then connect all of them. Oh, this one here, okay. Nikkei is going down, so better play it safe. Oh yeah, the Nikkei is dropping pretty hard. See if the dollar breaks out below. No. Looks like it's trying. But this is not a good idea if the nickel going down that hard.
Order filled. Order filled. Order cancelled.
Alright, number one done. Euro yen is still going up, but I'm not really trusting it. Or just the dollar. It's like a 4-pip move and it took about 30 minutes, so NFP Friday, well. Oh, US yen looks nice. That does look nice. It's also 4 pips away already. It's just a very... This large candle here is terrible. No, I'm not gonna do that. This dollar is pretty much broken out. Will be short-lived. Well, this would be a nice trade actually.
And just as a reference point, we have now moved below 130.50 in cable and trading 130.49. One minute now on the Eurozone inflation data, expected at 1.4%. 10 seconds. One spot 4%, that's 1.4% in line. The call at 1.2%, above expected of 1.1%. And the super call that brings at 1.1%, above expected 1%. Again, just a smile, the headline was in line, both the call and super call slightly firmer than expected. Italy's industry lobby Confindustria says it's highly likely the growth in 2019 will be slightly above zero. That's Italy's industry lobby Confindustria just stating that it's likely the growth in 2019 will be slightly above zero.
Order filled.
And just in terms of a proxy, the European
Order filled.
Central Bank, they forecast growth around 0.6% this year.
Order filled.
And then just going back to cable, just testing that 200 DMA to the downside now. Did briefly breach below that level, although have now moved back up towards 130.49, and 200 DMA in cable at 130.45.
Order filled. Order filled. Order pending. Order cancelled.
Also, just on the Brexit front, UK's FCA says that the Treasury has put forward a draft legislation that would make transitional provisions if UK leaves the EU without a withdrawal agreement.
Order cancelled.
Just noting some commentary from the Russian central bank, just stating that inflationary expectations have been lifted by the weakening of the ruble, tax hike, and the increase in petrol prices. Noting some commentary here from the Turkish Finance Ministry, just stating it is very clear that Turkey does not need to borrow from the IMF. Keep an eye on markets. I've seen a little bit of a drop-off in recent trades. So European futures just slipping into negative territory. In terms of fundamentals, nothing really too standouts at the moment. Other asset classes, including the euro, relatively steady at this stage of the session. But again, just a bit of selling pressure creeping into European equities.
Oh! Out of the codings.
Order filled.
Yeah, higher.
Order filled.
So it's gonna take time to play out.
Order pending.
Maybe too close. A live stream recording. It was scary for a second.
Oh, I've got an interesting move on AU. Could be a reversal trigger.
I'm buying Euro Swiss, but this is to when to test the low again. I'm not so sure this is gonna work at all.
Yeah, I'm being super selective with my trades now.
Yeah, I just get the fuck out and then watch NFP. That's my plan.
Oh, NFP's tonight, is it?
Yeah, that's why nothing happened.
Ah, fuck, okay. Probably, it's like anything. I think the time that I normally like to trade, I get those nice little bounces off the VWAP, but when I try to trade late, it's just not really there.
It seems generally quiet. I also have only 4 viewers on YouTube, which is unusual.
How many do you normally get on YouTube?
Like
Averagely.
average like 15.
Okay, yeah, it's quiet.
I'm a nobody, so 15 is a lot.
I get 0 because I don't put any videos up. Actually, I got my first follow-up on my strategy on my scene mirror thing.
I actually want I wanted to make a demo account and follow you with $1 million or something like that.
Yeah, give me a month to make sure I can keep doing it and then maybe do it. My theory at this stage is start with a small account, and every time I meet my weekly targets, I'll add a bit of extra into it, and then just keep growing it slowly.
Yeah, just don't have a money target and everything is fine. Oh, my fucking green screen annoys me. Like every 10 minutes I have to adjust the brightness of my light here, or the color. I have to get me some LED floodlights. But you know, this is the problem with buying some shit from Amazon or Alibaba. You never know what you get.
Yeah, that's it. You pay for what you get for. It does the job, but if you've got a specific purpose, like if you're streaming and, you know, whatever, and it's affecting all your light levels on your monitors and what, then yeah, it's not worth it sometimes.
Yeah, I just need to be the background behind me to always be in the same color. Every time, all the time. And the easiest way to do that is to make sure the light on the background is brighter than anything else.
Oh, that's it. You need studio lights and.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of getting me some office lights. You know this ceiling lamps, neon. I'm sure you went to some office somewhere. There are this in the ceiling. There are these 4 neon lights, and they have an aluminium reflector.
That's what I was gonna say. All you really need is like a bunch of lights, probably on the roof, and maybe even a strip on the ground, and just have like just get like a bit of plywood and wrap it in alfoil, just to reflect the light directly back and not forwards, because you know.
Yeah,
like
I'm cheap, but not that cheap. But yeah, the same idea. Just get me some of these office lights, just one set with 4 rows, cut it in half. And then, because they have the reflectors already, this is polished aluminium.
Yeah, true.
And then just put in LED fake neons. That's it. End of story. Well, I have to find these lamps because I checked them out new. They are fucking expensive. I can get a studio lamp cheaper.
Yeah, you could. Have you even looked at things like fish tank lights, like LED lights and stuff?
Yeah, the problem is they have lenses, and so the light is too narrow.
Oh, okay, yeah, you need a very wide spectrum. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is the color have to be exactly the same anywhere on the screen on my background. So if there is a LED light,
LCD screen.
if there is a LED light making one brighter point, the system will see it and ignore it, or maybe give it more preference. If you look at my live stream now, you see there are always some pixels that missing. That's not pixels missing, that's just the green screen being interpreted not correctly. So if I change the brightness, I have these LED lights here. I can change the color tone and the brightness. If I change the color tone of the light, it immediately changes.
Yeah, true. And then like, especially like around you where you're cutting yourself out, you get that bit of contrast around your head, which also makes it not work.
Yeah, and a very, very easy way to fix that is to make sure the background has always the same color. It doesn't have the same brightness, just have to have the same color.
You know what you could do? I don't know if it's too expensive or not, but get a projector, a cheap projector, and just have the projector shining that light onto the back wall, because it would be a consistent color then.
That is actually a really cool idea. Yeah, these LED projectors, I just saw one in a live store. Like, this is like an Apple store for poor people. They have this mini projectors. I mean, if I make like a 3 meter wide picture, it's just gonna be shit. But I don't want to project anything. So what the hell? That's a very good idea. Yeah, iLife is this store chains called here. They have all this crap nobody needs. It's also gonna go like $100 or so. Well, a professional studio light gonna cost the same, so that's actually a good idea. And I can use it for something else if I get bored of it, and buy a studio light afterwards. What? My audio stopped? Works fine on the blah blah. Works fine. Testing.
Must be on my end. Something weird just happened. It like scrambled the sound and then it just completely like cut out.
I got me a software compressor. Maybe this is a little bit shitty. So I restarted my Discord just to be sure.
Yeah, never heard it done that before, but yeah, it was a bit weird.
Come on, Euro Swiss. This is supposed to be like very up already. Ah, the dollar is consolidating. Is there something on the dollar? I guess we already pre-NFP, so nothing is gonna happen.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
Just horizontal. Maybe I just get out on a closer target. Yeah, I scaled in pretty heavy, so I can get out a lot more earlier and still make money on that one.
I was thinking of that, like the way you trade, it's almost like a grid robot, but done manually.
Yeah, this is basically what I do. I just try to pick the bottoms as good as I can. And this is what a grid bot doesn't do.
That's it, and it gave me really good ideas, and I thought about that.
Yeah, fractals again. That's why I keep telling TMC fractals are the answers to everything.
That's it. That's I'm still building my version 2 fractal bot at the moment to try to get him to resolve. And that's basically what I'm looking at doing, is building a grid between the fractals.
Yeah, it's was kinda annoying me because he said fractals don't work, and he doesn't want to help me because he doesn't want to waste his time, and then he makes a bot for you.
Yeah.
Like 2 days later. Maybe you had better words in convincing him.
Yeah, well, I was talking to him. He hasn't really responded to me this week, but he was saying to me last weekend, he needs someone to test his robot, and I was just like, yeah, I'll do it if you want. But like, he's looking for someone who can try to nut out the faults in it, so someone with decent analysis skills. But that's what I do for a couple coders now. I'm sort of just been testing a few bots for people and working out what does and doesn't work.
Keep getting asked about stuff in private message. So much for community.
Yeah, that shits me off sometimes when people just, instead of just asking a question for everyone, they direct it to you, and it's like, just ask the whole room. It's easier, you'll get a better answer.
Yeah, you get multiple answers and then you can make up your mind based on whatever.
Oh, it's just more like then it becomes, well, potentially a discussion, so more people can learn off of it too.
Yeah, right. That's what is it all about. That's what it is all about. Oh fuck, I cannot speak anymore. Dollar is dropping, Euro Swiss is not moving. Looks like the Euro movement is not enough. What is the Swiss francs doing anyway? I don't think I have a Swiss chart at all. No, I stopped using US Swiss. Replaced it with US Sing. That was my last Swiss pair. Don't even know why.
What band's this?
The euro didn't make a higher high yet. Maybe I'll wait for the higher high on the euro. Let's see if the euro Swiss moving then. Maybe I should put on another Swiss pair. But which one to remove? They're all pretty good. Actually, US yen I could get rid of. I basically never traded. I'm a lot more successful with the crosses.
Is that because they just sort of have more sporadic moves?
Yeah, because there is let's put it like a negative correlation going on. Like, okay, if the Nikkei goes up and the dollar goes up, then of course US yen is the pair to trade. But this is basically never happens except of right now. But even now, US yen is not gonna go going down. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of US yen.
I never look at the Swiss franc really. It's just like it's got too. I don't know. Just it's weird. Guess I'm just not used to it. I haven't really put much effort into looking at it.
Well, it's actually not true. They're going along quite often. But not that often. Oh, let's put it. Whatever. You get the idea.
Yeah.
Usually if the indices going up, the dollar goes down anyway. So this is kind of a reacting against each other. And the Japanese pairs are very, very dependent on the Japanese economy. That's why this Nikkei thing actually works, because it doesn't work on a DAX or on the S&P 500 or whatnot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I never really checked the indices, even though I tried to get into them a while ago. But I wonder what the ASX 200 does with the Aussie, if it has any correlation.
Do you have the Australian AUX? Maybe TradingView has it.
Should be here. The AUS 200.
Oh shit, there's a stock. No, wait.
Stock, is it? Okay.
DXY, so it's AXY. There we are. Just to try it on a daily chart for. Daily is not a good idea. Maybe 15 minutes. Now compare with what was it? AUS 200. Oh, they don't have it. How is it called on under?
Reiteration here from UK PMA spokesperson. It's the UK are to leave the EU on March the 29th. And the PMA said it is unacceptable to describe Gibraltar as a crown colony. It is part of the UK family.
CFD, AXY.
Have had a series of
Gold, silver, gold, AUD, what the fuck?
And we in the UK are looking at the options to secure changes to the backstop of the Brexit deal. We expect to discuss those with Brussels shortly.
Ah, got it. Not so sure they will correlate. Yeah, sort of. But I have delayed data on TradingView, but it seems to make some sense. It just cherry pick something.
Yeah, I just don't know if there's any real use to it when trading like the Aussie or anything. Like, you know, that's the pair I trade the most.
Actually, it does. Yeah, you just make a foot. Well, correlations don't always work. That's always also something most people take very, very wrong. Like they keep watching the dollar index and then completely forget about to watch their trade.
Yeah, I guess that's a mistake you can make with anything really.
Trade what you see, as always.
Trade what you see and what you feel.
No.
And just find it as go through the bottom.
No,
bit.
I
Like,
do
not
pretty
for
good on
earnings,
feel.
but
Like
well,
I just sort of get the
bars.
feel like, you know, there's something like if I can nail what I'm feeling straight off the bat, like it's normally right. But as soon as you're trying to work out what you feel and like you fuck up.
Yeah, like I had this discussion with Omega like a few months back, and there's some truth to it. Like we went, you know, we were both in the same trade, and then I say I'm gonna take profit here. That doesn't feel right, and then I take out, and like 5 minutes later or 1 minute later, it just drops like a stone. But I cannot explain it, and that is a problem.
That's instinct. That's just, like that's the thing. Like you can tune. Everyone can tune into exactly what's happening at any given point. It's whether or not you can listen to what you're tuning in. And the problem is, if you second guess yourself, then you're out of tune. You have to take that very first initial feel. But then the problem is that if you start to do that all the time, you get complacent in it, and you end up just making up your own story, anyways.
Yeah, like you're adjusting the chart to your means.
Yeah, that's it. Like, yeah, you try to control it as such instead of rather just like feel what's about to happen.
Like now, I just decided to take profit, like about 2 pips, leaving 2.8 on the table. Because the strength is gone, the dollar is still dropping, but Euro Swiss doesn't really move. And I just see there's a flag-ish thing building on the 15 minute.
It's like the dollar's actually gaining a bit of strength at the moment too.
Yeah, pulled back a little bit. So I'm gonna get out of this a bit earlier than planned. But then 1 or 2 of the trades gonna still be in a loss. That's gonna be a bummer. Try my win rate again.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned of having, like when you're having a few trades open on the same, you know, direction, if one of them loses, but as long as the basket is in profit, then like it's...
Yeah, it's just ego.
Yeah, fair enough. Like, oh no, it's good because like it tries to make you position your trade so that always all win. But yeah, I'm not at that stage yet. I just want to make sure I profit rather than lose. I'm sure over time I'll try to push myself a little bit further here and there, but I just want to get some consistency happening this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take profit here. This is just taking forever. But on the other hand, this looks pretty normal. Decisions. And I wrote in the blog, gonna make a Euro Swiss trade for a bit scalping after the CPI release. Waiting on the volatility, and now in the trade like an hour. You retested the bottom. I actually have one more pending order far below, but I didn't pick it up.
Is it? Did you still got to open, have you?
Yeah, still.
Yeah. After a move happens, I close any pending orders. I don't leave them there just in case I forget about it later.
If it drops back down, I leave the order. So this was my decision point like an hour ago. So there's nothing to be changed. Because if it drops down, now I'm in profit. If it drops down, that's gonna make you instantly like, oh fuck.
Yeah, true. Okay.
But the order is still there, so that means we're still in the range. I actually expected the price to go there, so just go there and pick it up.
No, yeah, that's a really good way to look at it too. I never thought of. I've just always thought like I'm trading this move. Once this move happens, cancel everything out and start over.
There we go. Good boy. Went over. Minus 0.1. Come on, you can spike it a little bit. Now I'm gonna not close it and then it's gonna drop down and never gonna come back. And there we go. Somebody's gonna be hedged in a minute. Because I'm a greedy ass. Oh, the dollar starts to drop. Maybe the euro helps a little bit. Because if the dollar drops, the euro is gonna go up. That's gonna push euro Swiss too. Unless the Swiss goes up too, that will be terrible.
UJ's just hit my bottom support trend line as I refresh the page. But yeah, I don't know if the dollar's gonna go up.
Yeah, fuck, it's respecting the trend line I just made 5 minutes ago. And I actually said it, I'm gonna take profit there. But I'm 31% up this week. Whatever. Still in profit, but only gross. Net profit, yay. Like 40 bucks. 285 lots.
Fucking hell, so you got more rebates.
Yeah, you need to be really careful in this kind of trades because the slippage is usually gonna cost you like a fortune. If I look at the dome, I'm buying, so I have to sell. Oh, can you stop moving, please? So the spot price is 7.1, and for 5 million I have 8.5. It's 9 pips difference. No, 6 pips difference. That's not a little bit. That's why you have to always exit with limit orders. I'm not gonna do that here. I'm gonna just hit the button.
Yeah, I just hit the button.
Yeah, but if the price doesn't move, continue to move upwards, you get filled by the next price, and the next bid for the next bid for this large size is gonna be a lot deeper.
Okay.
I mean, if you're below one lot, that doesn't really matter. That's why I always keep telling people, like people with like 10 grand on their account and they still do scalping or they do scalping, make sure you stay below one lot. Just click the button twice if you want to place 2 lots.
Oh, okay, so it works better if you have multiples.
Yeah, especially on MetaTrader, because they just fuck you every time they can. And if you have like a large order, they're gonna fill you at the price for this size you have. C-Trader makes a partial fill, so this is not a big deal.
Okay, yeah, I'd never use MetaTrader. I only use it for bots.
Yeah, NinjaTrader I think TradeStation makes partials too. And there is it again at the resistance, and I still don't take profit because I'm still a greedy ass. Oh, I'm gonna regret that so badly. Oh, fuck it.
Order filled.
Oh, come on, one in loss. They were all green, you. Ah.
Oh.
Let's just check now one order, so I can get my point across. Which one was in loss? How much was that? 48 lots. When did I place that? Oh yeah, this is a very good example because this is a single order. Oh wait. Better check, double check it. Maybe I scaled in. No, I didn't. Yeah, this is a single order. 4.8 million. Wait. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 closes. This is the closing orders. There are five tickets. Put it in a trading room.
How do you see that?
You see order events? Like you can clearly see I pressed the button once to buy 4.8 million. And then the order was filled and that's it. That created the position. But if I just press close all, to get out of this trade, the trader had created 5 closing orders. Because the size was not available, so they sold everything they could sell, and then on the next price they sold the rest, and so on and so on.
Oh, okay, and that's like the thing on the left-hand side that shows you how much you're going to get slipped on each lot size, is it? Sort of correlates with that.
Yeah, right. But they do that in real time. I press the button and then they would just match the prices. Like, okay, I have 4 million on, but they have only an offer for 5, so they cannot take it. They take the next one. They take the next one. It's like for 2 million, and then they sell 2 million. So I still have 2.8 on. And then there's an offer for 800, they sell 800, and so on and so on. This happens in like milliseconds. On MetaTrader, if you do the same order, I will have like 5 pips slippage, because they just take the price that's gonna fit this size at once and fill it at that price. The whole deal. So you always have much worse exits. And now the volatility comes in. I was talking about like an hour ago. Fuck you, Euro Swiss. Let me just check on the prices, how much they are different. At 300,000, I had 3 lots at, what was it? Closing price. 7.2. And another 300 at, oh, so 7.2. And another 600 at 83. So I got the 6 lots. I got a lot better exit as for the 3 lots before. Because I'm buying, so if the number is higher, I'm getting more profit. Another 1.2 million for at 85. And the rest at 80. It's about 8 pips difference.
That's fair whack.
Yeah, so it's 8 pip difference. On MetaTrader, you're just gonna have 8 pip slips. Sorry, it's 0.8. It's not 8.
Oh, that's yeah, that's much better.
Yeah, but 0.8 with 250 lots, that's $1,000.
Oh yeah, still a lot, but like 8 is a fuckload more. Like I'm sitting there thinking like 8 pips, like fuck, I'd just lose all my trades then. Like
Yeah, it's a 5 digit, so it's 0.8 pips. Actually, I started to make stupid comments on LinkedIn. These dudes who make advertising, posting there. There's one dude, he posted his trading room in Dubai, where they move the billions. And then he has like 2 times 6 screens. It's a very nice setup. There's no question about that. But all of these screens show MetaTrader 4.
yeah, that's
I just thought nobody's gonna move like anything larger than like 10 grand on MetaTrader because you're never gonna make any money. Okay, if you swing trade and you scale in slowly, and okay, you can do that.
It's like I've always found it real funny. I've seen a few websites that like they look legit, like mentoring ones or whatever. Like Traders for Traders is one, and it's got some Aussie dude who worked for Citibank and whatnot. But he always refers to MetaTrader. It's just like he didn't use MetaTrader if he was like trading for the banks.
Yeah, right. They usually use a charting platform and some charting system, and then they execute on a text base via fix.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like it's not MetaTrader would have nothing to do with what they do.
I mean, I know a lot of professional traders who use MetaTrader, but they not execute on it. They just use it for the charting because it's free and whatnot. But you cannot use it for futures as well. That's just terrible because they are not back adjusted. If you trade futures or commodities on... Yeah, but they don't back adjust. This is something the broker has to do, and they don't do it because it's too much work. Well, every professional commodity trader I know uses an external charting platform and connects directly to the exchange, like eSignal or something like that. Some even use NinjaTrader. It doesn't really matter what you use, but you need to see the correct data. And on MetaTrader, they are not back adjusted, so you always see. Okay, if you day trade, it doesn't really matter, but if you're holding on to stuff for a longer time and you might make technical exits, the price action you see will be not the same as the price action the professionals see.
Okay.
And if they're all pulling out like 10 pips before you, then you're just fucked.
Yeah. Fuck, the kittens are like trying to kill each other again.
That is normal.
Yeah,
For about 8 months.
We got one. So he's 15 weeks old, and he was separated with his mother when he was 6 weeks, so he never really got to play with a litter. And then the new one we got, he's 10 weeks old, and the other one's been established here for 3 weeks, so he's already sort of like made it his home. The new one's 10 weeks old, and it's been with its litter the whole time, so it knows how to play, but the other one doesn't. Like the older one, I think is just a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah, it's just give them time. Are there street cats or there's some breed?
No, we got Scottish short hairs, Scottish straights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2 Scottish straights from different litters, both males. Yeah, they're so cute. And like, yeah, apparently they're like a very intelligent breed, and they're also very lazy when they get older. Like they just sort of lap cats and follow you around, so they don't really like go jumping around crazy and try to escape.
Yeah, mine too. She's a Persian American mix.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
just following me. She walks out with me, but she not go away. You can leave the front door open. She just sits outside. It's for the sake of being able to do it, but she doesn't really want to go. She has to go outside. I mean, there's no question about that. You cannot stop her from going outside. It's not possible. But then she just walks like 50 centimeter, sits on the stairs, looks around, and then she comes back in.
Yeah, that's sort of what you want, but like, so they're not gonna piss off and get killed or God knows what else. Like, especially that's what we don't want. We want them to be outdoors, or we don't want them to jump the fence and go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm down 3 cats already with that problem. And they're always street cats.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's, I suppose it's, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's always a pet. It's never nice. But yeah, when you pay, buddy, $800 each.
Oh.
Yeah, so, yeah, they're not the most expensive ones we found, but the general price for this breed was going for about $1,500 here. Yeah, we just managed to snag 2 that were $800.
But I have a personal problem with paying for pets, because that just supports the breeding idiots. But if they are nice people and whatnot, then okay. The one I have, she's a mix too, like I said, Persian American. So she has this Persian hair, like this microfiber, but it's short. So if you're allergic to cats, I give you 5 minutes, you're gonna drop dead. That's for sure. Because she have the Persian hairs, they are really like microfiber, but they're extremely short. So they just go everywhere.
Yeah, I completely agree with you before too. Like, I don't really like paying for pets in a sense, but because of the breeder thing. But yeah, same thing. If the breeder people are nice and genuine and not doing it just to make money, then I've got no problems.
Yeah, same.
The RSPCA, which is like the biggest animal shelter thing here. And when we went there, it was, you know, everyone was telling us, oh, it's real, like you'll cry and like you'll come back with one and like that sort of thing. And we went there and we were like, this is just a big, massive corporation business. Like, it was set up like just a huge shop. And we were like, no, I'd rather support someone else. Like, I don't want to support these guys. Like,
Yeah, same. Here in Bangkok is a cat gang. They're very huge on Facebook. This is like, basically they're all housewives with, and they're dedicated to rescuing cats and whatnot. And they're actually renting townhouses, whole townhouses full with cats.
oh my God.
And they're just living off donations and paying the stuff by themselves. That's why I got the first cats from. And I'm not selective anyway, so I just they just walk in, like 100 cats inside. The first one who wants me, you're in the car. That's it. I don't care how you look like.
No, that's brilliant. Like, that's just like the instinct thing. Like, the first cat that comes to you, like, yeah, that's the one. But yeah, it was sort of like we were sort of as well. We'll know when we find the right cat. Like, but yeah, we went to the RSPCA and we went to another animal shelter as well. They were really just set up like you were just going to the shops. They were looked like they spent more money on making the business look pretty than they did caring for the cats.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so, but the RSPCA, they're like, our pinnacle of looking after animals in Australia, apparently. But I sort of starting to think that it's just a big corporate farce, like every other business.
Yeah, this is complete. It's the same here. Like the breeders, they're actually pet markets here, and they are just horrible people. Actually, the cat where the the breeded cat I have, I actually bought her in a shop from one of these peoples, because I actually wanted to buy a toy for my other cat, because they do this handmade cat castle things, like with plastic water pipe and glue, rope around and all this kind of stuff, very complicated. And they do them in that shop right there, so I have to just drive there. And this woman also did manage a pet hotel, and this one was there, and she was almost dead. So I just bought her to keep her alive, basically.
Yeah, that's sad, and like, yeah, like, hey, good on you. Like, we would have sort of done the same thing. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
But that's the only animal I actually paid for. I mean, paid for in a commercial sense. For the other cats, with this cat gang, they refuse any money from you. I mean, they will take it later if you force them. But just go to a pet store and buy like a ton of cat food or something like that, and a lot better.
Yeah, fair call.
I mean, they pay rent for these houses to shelter the cats, and there's some cost involved for sure.
Wait, stop, fuck up, stop. Yeah, like, that's even the RSPCA and all the shelters, like, you're still gonna pay like $200, $300 for a kitten just because they've done all the vaccinations, they've desexed it, like, it's, you know, and you get like a little package with it and everything. So it's still, I mean, yeah, it's cheaper than buying it from a breeder, but yeah, in the same sense, you're still paying for it, so you may as well pay for the cat you want.
Yeah, it's the same. But here, they do that and they not ask you for any money.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And they recommended me a vet, which I still go. We moved out of town, but I still go to this vet, and every time I go there, he keeps asking me, why you come here? This is like a world trip. Well, if you know Bangkok, you know what he means.
Never been in Southeast Asia yet.
Yeah, the traffic is just terrible. You drive like 5 kilometers, gonna need an hour.
What the fuck? You may as well walk.
Yeah, basically walk faster. And then he keeps asking me, like once the cat was bitten by a snake, not a venomous one, so it's not a big deal. She was just the wound was just infected, and then I bring her there. And then the doctor again asked me, why you bring the cat here? I know you take care of her well, so that's why I bring her here. And then he keep telling me, he wrote me a small note on like a crap piece of paper in Thai language. Give that to a vet nearby you, so they know what they have to do, so you don't have to come here.
Yeah, that's weird, but yeah, at least like you know which one you want to take it to for that reason.
Yeah, so if something's serious, I'm still gonna go to this one. That's for sure. Like before, same with buying Chinese crap. You keep buying it, and in the end, you spend more as buying. Just buy it in the Apple Store. It's a lot cheaper, and you don't have that much crap at home that doesn't work. And with the vets, it's the same thing. Once I bring the cat, my other cat, to a vet nearby, very big house, not so clean, but this is like a family business, so there are a lot of animals and all kinds of animals too. I kind of like that. And then I bring the cat back and she had fleas. What the fuck?
Jeez. Do you get a lot more fleas and stuff over there, like on your pets and everything?
Yeah, because they wear dogs too, so this is it's not like a cat. It's not really a cat thing, but it's a dog thing.
Yeah. When we got the youngest one home, like the cattery that we got him from, like the lady, she was like fucking 60 or 70 or something, had back problems, and said she'd been doing it 12 years. Like, yeah, she had it, like, they were out in the bush, so, like, you know, away from civilization, massive property, and they just had, like, this huge, like, a second house, essentially, like, shack built outside of the main house, and all these little rooms and everything, and then, like, areas for them all to play, and, like, yeah, it was set up super legit, and she was like, "Oh yeah, this is like the last litter that I'm doing. Like I got the males desexed, and this kitten was the last one out of all of them that she had." And but like when we got him home, we were like brushing him, and all of these fleas, like they were dead though, because she said she just did flea treatment like the day before that, like we got him. Yeah, I think we dropped about 200 bloody fleas out of the poor bastard.
That is fun.
It was out in the bush, so like it's sort of expected, and I guess yeah, if you do your flea treatment, that's what's going to work.
Yeah, but usually if you brush them, then the dead fleas fall out, sure, but there should be no living ones. They have some fluid here. They just put it behind the neck so they cannot lick it off, and that works really well.
Yeah, that's what she did, and that's what we've done to the other one at this stage, and yeah, that's pretty much the best way to do it apparently, unless they're like rampant with it, where they actually need like an antibiotic bloody sort of one. I closed my UJ long too early. Oh, I just scalped.
Just went over the VWAP.
Yeah, I just down below the VWAP and then just closed pretty much at the VWAP itself, because I'm sort of expecting it to.
Yeah, that was a wise decision anyway.
I just had to get one trade in. I'm like, fuck, I haven't traded today. It was a pretty shitty trade, but oh well. Yeah, it didn't take my third order, otherwise it would have been a lot nicer.
That EU Swiss made me actually more money than I expected. Oh, and I still have a pending order. That will be painful. That drops down on NFP.
Cancelled.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I don't know, partner's away, I'm home by myself with the cats, and I've just been eating pizza and beer all night. I just want to like see what happens for an FP and see if I can trade afterwards, scalp the fuck out of it. But that could end really badly.
I guess I'm gonna live stream, but just show the markets, not do any trade. Unless there is a really nice pullback or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I only just see anything that really takes your interest and fits a pattern or something, and yeah, not just trade it for the fucking hell of it, because that'll just send in like tears.
Yeah, 4 more is bad. Oh, ASEAN is dropping down. Euro Swiss is dropping down pretty strong. Where's my ASEAN trade? Oh, it's the wrong template. Go. There is it.
I wonder if the dollar is going to go up. It's just above VWAP now, and it's just like the end of a triangle.
Yeah, I didn't make my target. Euro Swiss.
Yeah, UJ looks like it might want to shoot up.
Oh yeah, but the Nikkei didn't make a higher high. But it's squeezing. There are so many gaps in the last 2 days in the Nikkei. Unbelievable. The dollar too. Markets are just terrible.
How long have you been trading like this sort of like the way you trade?
The VWAP reversals? Not so long, maybe like 2 years.
Multiple. Oh, okay. Fuck, yeah, UJ's going up. Should have culled that scalp. Oh well.
Yeah, nevertheless, that was a good exit. If you exit on the VWAP. The dollar is...
Yeah, that was the safest option, really. So, yeah. That's the thing I just got to remember. I take the safest option. I don't hold out for the second one.
I never get to manage that, to be honest. Damn, if EURCHF drops down below the VWAP, I'm gonna make a new screenshot that's gonna look really cool on my blog. Like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm pretending to do. I'm actually interested to see how the C mirror works. Like, because obviously you get paid commission on people that. But like, yeah, is it like commission on the lots that they trade? So like, if I'm trading a small account and say they chuck, you know, $5,000 on there.
By the mirror, you mean?
Commission off. Yeah, the C mirror.
You set the price, and whatever they trade, you get the commission. This works just as an IB.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's fucking hell. UJ is shooting up now. That's rude. Yeah, because that's the sort of thing. If I can do that, because I'm starting with such a small account, and people follow over anything really, it'll help grow it a lot quicker too. Because I'm scalping, and like most of my positions, the bloody commissions are probably almost equal to the earnings.
Yeah, if somebody copies you, they can actually see the how much they paid to you in their order history. Pretty cool. So that's something I really like on CTrader, because there's total transparency.
Yeah, but I think that's a good thing too, because I mean, yeah, I don't want to scam people. Like, if people want to follow me, it's, you know, it's their own fault really. But
yeah, and they see
blindly.
They see how much it's gonna cost them. It's not like there is any hidden charge or something like that. You click the button, follow this person for that commission, and then each order gonna reflect this commission in the deal summary. And that's pretty good. I didn't want to make that much money actually. I just wanted to be live. I'm not missing a day. Oh, I didn't make that much anyway. Why is that? Hold the phone. That's not true. There's something wrong. Let me just restart CTrader.
Yeah, mine's fucked up a few times this week. Like, I've had to restart it.
No, my statistics, the trade statistics shows I just made 6 grand. That's not possible. I made 1.8%.
I've been having problems where the charts haven't been loading. So I'm sitting there watching it, like flicking between charts, and a couple of the charts aren't actually like putting any new candles on it. But I'm not really noticing it until all of a sudden I'm noticing the bid and ask prices are so far away from the last candle. I'm like, what? And if it doesn't work when I refresh it, then like, yeah, I just have to restart it.
Oh wait, yeah, that's it's my fault. That's actually correct. I withdraw almost half of the balance. Forgot about it. Yeah, that was kind of funny on Monday. I was live and then SwingFish show minus 49.6% loss. I was like online for like 5 minutes. Beerbongs was there too. How did you do that? How do you lose half your account in 5 minutes?
Yeah, that's like, it's like, oh, it's my first day.
This was the broker just took the money, so at this moment. That's pretty cool on IC markets too, because you make a withdrawal request, but the money stays on your account. So this is still live equity. And when the accounting department actually sends you the money, I mean, they physically press the button to send you the money, then they take it out of your account.
Okay. So if you're in a trade, like what would happen? They'd have to wait till your trade's closed and then...
And then you get margin called.
Oh, okay, yep, that's rude.
But if it's like, you know, it's a night in Australia, it's like 2 AM at your place, and then you want to make some quick scalps, you can still do that, but with your withdrawal triggered. Because you know, they're not going to take your money now, because nobody working in accounting now. Because they do work 5 to 9 to 5.
Yeah, fuck, UJ is still going up, the dollar is going stronger.
It's pulling back already, it looks like it's staying in the wedge. A US dollar yen too, they're building a wedge or a flag or whatever. The dollar index does the same.
That's what I'm looking at.
Well, if it breaks out now, this is gonna... It's about 20 cents? No. No. That's wrong. 7 cents to the VWAP for the dollar index. It looks like it keeps going.
It's a drop, but it seems to be going up now.
Let's quickly make the artwork.
There we go, I can hear you now.
Oh, good morning, or whatever.
Hey,
Afternoon.
It's good. Today I am working from home. Haha.
Very
Oh,
nice.
getting back into the trader's grid. It's about time.
Well, kind of. I'm supposed to be remotely connected working on something because of the snow. And yeah, got the charts open.
Yeah, you just remotely connect and do something complicated, like defragmenting some hard drives, which takes hours.
That's the kind of thing.
You have to supervise that. It is very important. You have to prevent data loss.
I have to run updates on servers and then run...
Yeah, that's even a better idea. You're gonna make sure it's not gonna reboot.
That is the truth, actually.
Yeah, Aussie might be dropping soon. It's sort of pulled sideways, broken the trend lines. But yeah, looks like dollar might be going up. Is it just me hearing music, or is everybody hearing music?
On the live stream, you should hear music. Yeah.
Nah, my headphones, like it's just, I don't have anything playing music, but for some reason it's playing music.
Some downbeat stuff.
No, this is definitely like coming from my own phone. It's my playlists.
Okay.
Like I seriously have nothing open but Discord, and I don't have any options for playing music. Like it's very faint in the background, but it's definitely like the music on my phone. I don't understand. I've had too many beers and too many cones.
Did you share your playlist in the Discord chat room and hit play on it?
Does that work?
You know, it's like when you play a YouTube video and then you scroll down the chat and you lost the YouTube video.
Oh yeah, right. And what the fuck is going on? Some Illuminati stuff.
Yeah, you got it.
Friday, 1st February. That looks funny. I'll write that.
What's even worse is like if I change the volume on my phone, the music doesn't change any volume, but like Discord does and everything. I think there's a glitch in the matrix.
See what apps are running on your phone. Is it Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
Oh, you have YouTube Pro, YouTube Premium, or YouTube Red?
None of that. I don't have
Because then you can play in the background. So pushing the app in the background doesn't mean it's gonna stop playing. I learned that the hard way too.
Okay, yeah, I don't even use my iPhone to play music though. I just have the music on there, and I've never heard, like, I haven't heard this music in years. It's just weird. All of a sudden, it's started to play.
The Gremlins.
Yeah, something's going on. Maybe it's a sign. And like, if it's a sign, the music it is, it probably means the world's going to come to an end.
Is everyone ready for the next dollar breakdown?
Breakdown.
I just broke above to the structure. US yen is back down. I can't believe it. Today is just a shitty day. Oh, it's the Nikkei is going down.
I don't know
Might
where
come
the
back
dollar.
down to the VWAP and then bounce back up on dollar. Yeah.
What date is on Monday? What?
You know, it's really weird now. Ever since I've just spoken to you about the music playing in the background, it's now just stopped.
The Gremlins, they know you're up to them.
Yeah, they're like listening and going like, "Fuck, he knows the music's on. Turn it off!" Like,
Turn that shit off, you idiot! They're discovering us.
yeah, I'm real sus on that now. Like, what the fuck?
Well, there's still the cat to blame.
Well, like, it was kind of, I had to get up to check on because they were just like throttling each other's throats. So, and it stopped also when I got up. So, I don't know. It's 5G, which we're fucking getting in like 2 weeks. It's bullshit.
Interesting chart. What?
It's just a daily dollar index. I expect a move kind of in either direction.
Yeah, but is there any support? This daily?
Yeah, that's it, just over to the left. But I don't think that's going to hold. Considering either...
Oh yeah, I see it. I even have this line on my chart. Why I have this on my chart? I never looked back that far.
Yeah.
Oh, you can even see it on the 4 hour, that's why. But it bounced off already. What do I have? But yeah, you're kinda right, this is... It bounced off the support already. When was that? Yesterday.
Barely touched it. It was super close. a little bit away.
Why is that a thin line? That's supposed to be a big one. It's major support. And not that big. Not yet blind. Yeah, I guess nothing gonna happen on the dollar anyway. I mean, at least nothing much. Just gonna be everybody gonna wait for NFP. Play some huge orders, go to bed. Oh, I forgot to fill my stats. Volume. Oh, that's small. No chainsawing today. Oh, nice profit factor. 68.78. Because I had one trade that was a net loss but gross profit. That's junk. I cannot write that. It's gonna fuck up my
What
stats.
was this? Was it yesterday or today?
Today, I'm done already.
Wow.
Actually, I didn't want to trade big time, just having one or two scalps on, just for the sake of having my daily video. And then Euro Swiss kind of fucked me over. But the channel was valid, so I kept placing limit orders. One wasn't even filled, and it went back up, so I just took profit. A lot more than expected. Well, that's why I just trade the trade. Count.
I'm gonna have to teach the new kitten about the keyboard and the spray bottle.
Yeah, you got the spray bottle? Yeah, I wanted to ask you a few days ago already.
Oh yeah, that was the best idea. Thank you so much.
Just don't abuse it, because then they're gonna fear it.
No, it's more like I used it maybe 3 or 4 times, and I haven't sprayed him since. Like the bottle's still full. I just have to literally like grab it and just go like no, and then point it at him when he stops. But yeah, like it's sitting in the bedroom I think at the moment. I haven't really used it in the last week. It only took like a week and it sort of worked.
Yeah, mission accomplished. I did that with mine too, if they try to jump on my monitor rack. Just say no and take the bottle. And after 3 or 4 times I just said no, and then she just turned around. Except, of course, the kid gene comes. Just don't drown me, I don't care, I'm gonna get up there. Then you just lost. And you have to take them out. I have cat doors everywhere. I guess you saw the video already. High-speed cat door use. And
yeah, that's one thing we're not gonna do is cat doors.
Yeah, they have locks, so it's not a big deal. But I don't only lock them, I put something in front of it. So they're not getting confused, like sometimes it's locked and sometimes it's not locked. So like if you see the door, it's always, they can use it.
Flying high speed, just splat into it? Like...
Yeah, exactly. If she makes a high-speed run and the door is locked, then there is two questions: is the cat gonna survive, or is it gonna need a new door?
Oh no, yeah, that's just no. I want to see a video of that now, Swing. So you could do that, and you probably get more YouTube hits than you would than what you're streaming.
Yeah, but this cat is not here anymore anyway. Kind of sad because she was really nice.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was one that passed.
No, she went out. My wife was cleaning and she didn't look very carefully, and she wasn't here for less than 2 months, and 2 months is actually a minimum. You have to keep them in the house so they actually see it as their home.
Okay, yeah, no, that's sad then, yeah.
This one was so nice. It was a street cat too, but she has such flurry hair. I don't know where that is from, because I saw her mother too, and she was just a street cat, very, very colorful. And this one was just gray and black. Oh yeah, on Reddit all the time. Like if somebody posts in Reddit /r/cats, and then they put some confrontation with a wild animal or something like that, and then everybody like, this is a wild animal, blah blah blah. This is not a pet. And what the fuck? What is a pet?
Yeah, it's sort of like, yeah, people just complain about anything that they want to. That's the beauty of the internet.
Yeah, but come on, just because you bought it doesn't make it your property. It's still an animal.
Well, that's exactly it. It's your. I consider a pet a part of your family when the animal decides that it's a part of your family.
Yeah, and if the animal doesn't want to stay with you, then, well, you have to kind of accept that. You know, I paid a shit ton of money for you, you're gonna stay here. That's never gonna happen with me. But, well, except of this one cat, none of them gone away and never come back. Just this one.
God, like finally, like the older one's sort of just chilling, and now the little one is trying to play over his tail, and he's just taking it, but retaliating every now and again.
Like the oldest cat was also a street cat, also from rescue, but she was about a year old as we got her. She had very, very bad experience, I'm sure about that, because she never got friendly with my daughter, ever.
Yeah, it's that's just I don't like. I mean, I've never. This is the first kittens I've ever had, and our last cat, I didn't actually. It was my partner's cat, and I didn't meet him until he was about 3 years old. But he like fell in love with me straight away. But apparently, like he didn't like males. Like he just didn't. If you were a male, he'd just like attack you for the hell of it. And I was like the only one that he didn't actually do that. Oh my God! He just turned my computer off. He stood on the power button for too long. That's one thing I hate about the Macs is like the on-off is the power. It's just a soft key. It's not a switch.
On a notebook, you mean?
Yeah, MacBook Air.
Oh yeah, that's a problem. Yeah. I actually I have the problem same on my MacBook Air. I have an 11-inch MacBook Air, and on my printer downstairs the same. A Canon printer has a power button on top, and the cat loves to sleep on it. So the printer is always on, and it prints some shit, whatever, test pages or whatever. I just put these clips where you get, if you buy bread, fabric bread, They use these clips to close the back, and I just use a piece of tape and put it on it. So you can actually lift it up with your finger, but the cat cannot.
Oh, okay, yeah, makes sense.
Because it's hard plastic, because it's designed to keep the bag closed. Just use a piece of tape, put it there, and you're good to go. And it's thin enough so you can actually close the MacBook without destroying the screen.
Yeah, my MacBook just sort of sits there on like 24/7.
Yeah, mine too. It's just, I never turn it off.
That's the one thing that has amazed me. Like, this thing's 7 years old now. What's it, 2019, 2012? Yeah, 7 years old. And it's been flogged running continuously, and it's still just as solid.
I'm back in a second. Just gonna make me a coffee.
Yeah, the only good trade I
Too easy.
see that I've missed is the Australian dollar long.
Yeah, I was not at home for that one. Otherwise, I would have got straight into that.
I don't really see a lot of opportunity.
I checked on that there. I would have got into that probably 3 times if I was sitting there when I normally would have been home, but no, I had to go and fetch a motorcycle and a car this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm looking for a good trade. USD Swiss had a failed continuation. And that one is only about 20 pips. The other one you could have taken a couple minutes ago was a long Euro USD, but I haven't really seen a lot of confluence with the dollar yet. It has no real direction right now.
Dollar yen just hit my bottom trend support, and I just scalped that. But then, like, it just crossed the VWAP, and I'm looking for it to bounce off the VWAP and start going up. So I'm sort of starting to expect dollar strengthening by looking.
Yeah, there should have been a Euro USD breakdown, considering what the position was, but I guess there's just too much buying support at that lower level, or it failed for the breakdown.
I don't know what's going to happen at NFP, but I'm just assuming there's just going to be a continuation.
What time is non-farm payroll at today? Is it today?
Yeah, apparently I'm just bringing up calendar now. I went to go do this like probably an hour ago, and I got as far as opening up my browser.
Yeah.
Oh, non-farm payrolls are in 55 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I have to make the recap. Because I want to stream that.
a lot of failures lately. It's just like
I'll be back in a few seconds. Yeah, right. Euro Swiss just hit my target. Anyway, back in a second. All right. Good evening, everyone. This, as I said before, today will be no Asia session trading. So but I came back earlier, so I thought I'd make a few scalp trades just to keep the spirit alive. And there we are. I made two trades. First one was Australian dollar, Japanese yen. Yeah, here you can see, here below you can see the VWAP is, it went over the VWAP twice and went a bit down, retested again, and this is where I came. I just bought it, late entry, and exit at the trend line. The trend line, yeah, this is here, but don't really use the lower chart. This is just the previous lows here connected, and this is where I basically exit. Nothing on the higher time frame, just that. There is also a 50% retracement, so I was very careful in exiting. I didn't take these spikes up, and as you see right now, this doesn't look very nice anyway. Okay, moving on. The next one was Euro Swiss. This was supposed to be just a quick scalp. To where the price is right now, it is actually kind of funny. Because where the price is right now was my original target from here. So I expected it to go straight to this line, which it didn't. This yellow line here wasn't there at this point of time. So price keep dropping down, and now we're gonna get back to the 30-minute chart. I saw here this minor support building, so I took this as last resort. Here was actually one more order which didn't get filled because price turned around more earlier. It didn't retest at this support, and then on the way back up I noticed here is under 30-minute chart. If I turn up, just turn off the deal map. You can see here was a kind of leg-ish thing, triangular building, and this is this trend line here. This three points, these 2 points, and I exit on this one. It spiked a little bit over, which made me a good profit. But yeah, that's what it is. And just now it actually reached my original target. And that was kind of a struggle. So I'm still glad I went out, because this could go down just as easy. Anyway, that's it for Friday. Gonna record later NFP, but I'm not gonna make any trades. I'm not so much into this gambling thing. Terrible risk rewards, large movements, makes very little sense to me. So have fun, and let's talk in the trading room.
dollar yen wants to go up. Looks like it. It's got a bit of dollar strength, but I just scalped another shitty trade. I think I'll stay out to NFP now.
Scalped another shitty trade, but it looks good. Dollar yen.